Kayden had always dreamed of surfing big waves like they did in Hawaii. It was his passion, his calling, his reason for waking up early every morning to catch the first waves of the day. But most of the time, the waves in his local beach were small, and he would surf them with his father Chris, who was also a surfer. They would go out early in the morning, when the sun was just starting to rise over the horizon. The ocean was calm and peaceful, with small waves lapping against the shore. Kayden and his father would paddle out and catch these small waves, riding them all the way to the beach. They would have playful fun, splashing each other and laughing. It was a time for them to bond, to share their love for the ocean, and to enjoy each other's company. Kayden loved these moments with his father, but he also knew that there was something missing. He wanted to surf big waves, the kind that he had seen in pictures and videos of Hawaii's North Shore. He wanted to experience the rush of adrenaline that came with riding a wave that was taller than a 2-story building. Kayden had asked his father many times if they could go to Hawaii, but his father had always said no. He was scared for his son, and he didn't want him to get hurt. Kayden understood his father's fears, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he was meant to surf big waves. One day, a few hundred kilometers away from where they lived, a cyclone had formed out at sea, creating massive waves. Kayden saw this as his opportunity to finally surf big waves. He knew that his father would never let him go, so he decided to sneak away early in the morning without his parents knowing. On the beach were a couple of boys from his school who would sometimes make fun of him just because they were no good kids. They told Kayden that he was stupid for even trying to surf the waves, and there was no way that they were going to go out. But Kayden was brave. He put on his wetsuit and started to paddle out. The waves were enormous, at least 25 feet high. Other surfers who were from the local area who were trying to surf these waves kept getting punished and snapping their surfboards in half. But Kayden was not deterred. He paddled out to the back and waited for the biggest set that this coastline had ever seen. Kayden paddled hard and caught the biggest wave of the day, which formed a massive barrel. All the people on the beach were looking in amazement as Kayden went into the barrel and was blowing out through the other end. The people on the beach cheered and clapped, stunned by this little man who had caught the biggest wave that they had ever seen. Kayden didn't realize that his father, his mother, his brother, and his sister were all on the beach watching him. And the town hailed Kayden as the best surfer they had ever seen. As Kayden came back to the beach, his father Chris hugged him tightly, tears in his eyes. "I'm so proud of you, son," he said. "I never knew you had it in you." Kayden realized then that his father's fears had come from a place of love. His father wanted to protect him, to keep him safe. But Kayden knew that sometimes you had to take risks in life to achieve your dreams. The moral of the story is that sometimes the greatest achievements in life come from taking risks. Kayden had a dream of surfing big waves, and he was willing to take a chance to make that dream come true. He knew the risks involved, but he was brave enough to face them head-on. Kayden's story shows us that sometimes we need to take risks to achieve our dreams, and having a support system can help us along the way. It's a story of bravery, determination, and the power of following your passion. The end.